Of creative mode. Hey everybody, it's Dune. I'm doing another episode of Factorio Megabase. I'm just messed in the head at the moment. I was just trying Fortnite and I really suck. And anyways, so I want to actually play some Factorio, which I don't suck at. And good, we don't have creative mode going. Alright, last episode, we were building out a batteries outpost. Problem is, and I had mentioned it while building it, that sulfuric acid was going to possibly be a bottleneck, and it was. It totally backed up my sulfuric acid off my main. I mean, all these tanks just emptied out. So we're going to have to make a custom sulfuric acid for batteries on this episode. So sulfuric acid is a easy slash obnoxious build. Like you gotta, two chem plants, one doing the sulfur and one doing the actual sulfuric acid. And now the ratio, it's actually better to do like one of these to a bunch of sulfuric acid. So I'm gonna this direct insert's really not ideal. If we do sulfur, you get two sulfur every second with petroleum gas, and sulfuric acid is 50 sulfuric acid every second. But it takes 5 sulfur. Okay, maybe I got that backwards. So I thought it was different. I thought it was, this one was you got a bunch of, but it's saying you get 2 every second, and you need 5 to make 1 sulfuric acid. Well, that's a little crazy. So maybe we'll just have to wait. We'll take a gander up at this up here and we'll just eyeball some of that. So as you can see, I walk through here a lot, so these lights are helpful. And all you do is you wire those up to, you read the light, and these are just use colors, and anything's greater than 0, and this is red, yellow, green, anything. So that's pretty simple wiring. And then whatever that anything is what's, the light is. Alright, so this ought to be just like waiting forever for sulfur, and it is. Okay, so these really should be like speed modules or something in these, or at least one. But it has 50, never mind. So even though it's this insert method, like this is waiting forever, even though this has got 50 of them. So it's those long arm inserters. So we would probably, the best method would not be doing direct insertion, but have a gap and then doing some fast inserters or something into a chest, and then maybe carrying them across a beacon wall with bots or something. Alright, so all that said, anyways, these produce 2 per second, and these require 5 per second. So you really need 2.5 of these per sulfur plant. It was probably part of our bottleneck here, but we'll keep that in mind. What we'll probably do is, even though it would be really nice to do a lot of productivity modules, we really can't if we want to do 1-to-1. You know, we can, this is crafting speed 2.5, and if we, you know, if we do all speed modules, probably should have done that a little in, there's more beacons hitting that. So, you know, 350 to 155 crafting speed. I don't know. Just saying that this setup keeps up with my current base. I mean, it's not ideal. Actually, I mean, I like the looks of it. I designed that quite a while ago, but it turns, I mean, you know, and my theory is, okay, well, just add more. If you need more, add more. You know, space is infinite. You know, just add more. But for an outpost, I'm not going to go that route, but we are going to need a lot of chem plants. Make sure trains aren't going to pull out and stomp me. Alright, so we're going to need a load of chem plants. I don't know if we need 200 of them, but we will take 200. And if they're not needed, well, we can always put them back in the chest. And let's grab some rail cars. You know, those take up a ton of space, probably a ton of beacons. 90, 120, 130, 140. That's about what we normally do. And then obviously a ton of modules. I'll just grab all those. So I have 350, 400. Alright, it's probably super duper duper overkill. But I don't really know the ratio I'm going to be doing of things. I probably ought to add a bunch more speed modules. So that's like 550 speed modules. That should be plenty. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, there's a point that I noticed, but I was looking at my bus on the map, that I had speed modules making only 1,000 of them, and I was making like 2,500 of the productivity modules. Here we are. Piping away. So let's, that one is that. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. It might seem like that's going to hurt. Like, you know, you think, wow, modules are, you know, because modules just definitely consume a ton on circuits. But, I mean, you look at my base, like, I am not hurting on circuits. Circuits, blue chips over here. Like, I'm not hurting. And if we go to my production, you know, I've got almost 1 million blue chips sitting in these 2 outposts. Red chips, 320 per each of these, so that's a 1.2 million red chips, you know, and green chips, almost 400k average times 6, so you know that's 2.4 million green chips. So I don't think I'm gonna need to worry about how many, you know, speed modules I'm making. Just make them, you know. It's like put in the order, do it. Okay, so we're also gonna need a ton of pipe, aren't we? Yes, we are. So once again, we are making a new outpost type. This is going to be like, I mean, it's going to be like the plastic factory, because it's all going to be chem plants, but they don't all make one thing. They're going to make different kinds of things, and we're going to want literally as least as possible sulfur ones to the sulfuric acid ones. I mean, the sulfuric acids are the stuff we're loading on trains, and so that's what, you know, that's our money play, and that's what we want most of. Oh crap! No, no. I just lost all my productivity modules. Fortunately, put them back in there because I have a this thing auto trash of 150 on productivity modules, and I just grabbed that whole train. It all just went away. So kind of stunketh. We'll just put all that back in there. Grab that. I was trying to be slick and it hurt. Alright, we're going to need some tanks and pumps. Pumps and tanks. What else? We're probably going to need at least a couple tank cars. For petroleum, bring petroleum in to do the sulfuric acid. I would say we would need 3 of those. So that's 11, 12 of those. And I have 9, 14 engines, so that's good. And then we're going to need one more. We're going to need some bots. Some bots should do it. We got stations, inserters. We're going to probably want a ton of inserters. Where are my inserters? Here we are. Let's grab all of those. That's 300 inserters. Should be plenty. Roboports. 40 should be plenty. We will grab track, but we have a track train for that. Kind of look over things here. Probably set up power poles. In there. Really don't want it to be coming back to base for things we could be taking with us. Alright. That should do it. Whoops. Alright, we have our battery outpost here. Let's do sulfuric acid. It's going to require water. And ideally that would be like right here. Could pull up a nuke plant. Don't quite want to do that yet. But we are almost converted all the way over to solar. As you can see, we're not hurting for power. But I don't think I'm quite ready to do that. And that's not this episode. I actually haven't worked on solar in a few episodes. We do need water for sulfuric acid. That fit there. Need water. We could do it here. Just try to avoid maybe that iron. And if we kind of built this way, it's kind of a far. It's not horribly far. I mean, but still, you know, if we actually wanted to send a lot of trains to this, that's a long way to go for sulfuric acid. Mostly I'm using sulfuric acid. I mean, what, blue chips? I think it's the only outpost. That's not blue chips. Blue chips, batteries, and uranium mining. And my uranium trains can continue to use my main base. No big deal. How many... Okay, these aren't named the same thing. So we only have 2 trains. Okay. Currently, also my main base is keeping up with all this production. So we'll just leave that as is. So really it's only batteries. So either here, I mean, of course I'd like to mine even these little amounts because I'm really times 10 on everything. So there's really 5 million and 4 million and 1.5 and 3.4. If I came in this way, my tendency is to put the stacker like something like this. We just have to probably build over a little bit, or, you know, down. Or we go this way. Either or. There's plenty of water. We'll just do this way. Alright, so this has 0 waypoints. We're going to need... it's like this S33 north to go to. But first, actually, we need track. Alright. Turn this off. You know what? Actually, I can make that a little bit more automated. Instead of doing that, why don't we put a rail signal there? And then as soon as the train goes down there, right, it would turn red, right? So this is based on green being greater than 0. So we actually want to change that to red. First, let's fix those. So when it goes to start filling, even when I tear this up, we do this. Let me change this to red greater than 0. So as long as there's a train there, it will fill. We don't have to keep toggling that. Alright, so did we put that station in yet? So I think it was S3. S3 3 north. S3 3 north. Circuit condition, go. Alrighty. Kind of slow. Such a big train now. Oh, one of the things I kind of did, I noticed something. Every time I rewatch one of my videos, I'm like, oh, I should have done this. So there's a few things I did offline. One is I've been trying to use up this coal right here. And I finally did so. What I did is I just set one of my trains to come to this waypoint right here and then go to coal. So I'll just delete that. And then I will send them to unload. And then this outpost can be changed to empty. So we won't get any more trains, except for mine. My personal got one. So we can finally delete that off of Yarm. Alright, we are here, but we are making a right, well, technically a left turn. And then put a waypoint in right before the intersection. Alright, what would this, whoops. Southeast 1, 3. Southeast 1, 3, west. So it's exactly like this one, except for instead of 2, it's 3. Whoops. That's typing. Not 4, 3. 3. I use a side keyboard, so my fingers do get misplaced sometimes on the main keyboard. And I didn't need to go there, but I am making a right turn. Alright, so we want to be entrance to be somewhere about right. I'd kind of like not to be over, or, I mean, like, theoretically, I want to be able to mine stuff. Let's put the T intersection. I'd really have to come down a little further then, which means piping water probably further. Alright, just build over that. It all get put down. It's hard to tell with so many tree stumps. Alright, so we're gonna want probably in a little bit. Give a little space. And then definitely going to want to remove that. Oops, give me that. Switch armors. Okay, one of these should be near him, or at least have some room. Okay, let's sort of start to move in. Alright, we need a stacker. We need a chain signal right at the beginning. Make sure as soon as that's done building. Set that there for now. Let's hand charge some things. So in case you just joined, I am making a sulfuric acid outpost. It's new. I've been doing everything off my original, for sulfuric acid, off my original refinery. But yesterday, last episode, we built a batteries outpost, and literally sulfuric acid just could not keep up. So today we are building the sulfuric acid for that. I'm probably getting quite a bit of wood on me. Try not to do too much more of that till I get some more room in my trains. Could always put down another car, of course. Let's do that. So this is going to be a pretty much a brand new build. No real, I mean, I could borrow some from the plastic factory, which is basically this. So this track's going to go that way. And then that's going to go that way. And we're going to do that. That's going to be the petroleum on one side. And this will be something, you know, like this into the different spots. Just to kind of get a general feel for this layout. Continue to put down more track. I probably ought to grab some more track. Probably nearly out. Alright, so this is going to be roughly like so. And we need to start grabbing some chem plants, some beacons. We can get rid of belts. Not going to need those for this assembly, or lasers. Alright, so this is a really good, interesting point. All right, so if I change, why can't I change? I was clicking on the center thing. This to sulfuric acid, it just takes water. And if I do this sulfur, it's going to have petroleum and water. So this can't be exactly like this. I'm going to need another space in here at least for water and petroleum coming in here, unless you know, we did let's just kind of run a few of those along here, and those are all ghosts, so we could just do that. It's actually probably from my plastic factory. It's pipe ghosts. And I have no underground pipes. Let's switch armor here. I'm really slow. New research. Probably just need to rip all that up. The other one's going to be fine since it's only water into that. But this being sulfur, we could kind of do something like this. Oops. And actually, I've seen it before, is more like so. Then you do something like that, and then just do that. That's what you do here. So you can keep your beacons close. Run this up. We're going to have to move these back. Will it be enough to do it here? No. Well, we can figure this out. We'll have to remove, or well, we don't have to do that, honestly. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if we have the space. I mean, not the space, but yeah, we don't need this one all the way at the end. Or we can all the way at the end. All right, so what we do instead, let's remove that one. Same here for petroleum. And then something like so. reason for the undergrounds every so often north-south is just so you can walk through there. There. So now you can have all that. And have your ice cream too, per se. Alright. Problem is, we don't necessarily want all these to produce sulfur. And we don't have to. What we do need is a percentage. Now, if we put all speed modules in this, which would be sucky, but if we did, because we need basically 2 1/4, because, you know, sulfuric acid is going to take 5 per second, so we literally need 2.5 of these. Yeah, 2.5 of these at the exact same crafting speed to supply that. So, you know, if we did all speed modules, let's dump some beacons and grab some speed modules. Just to make this a little easier, let's change this to something that doesn't take productivity modules. No. Plastic, lubricant. Probably all take. Yeah. Oh well. Pretty sure explosives do, yeah. Alright, never mind on that. I guess I'm just going to have to actually probably just do those first. A little easier. So I'm just open it up and then control clicking on one of these. And so stop. No, that would be one way of doing it, though. I literally have to wait for them to do it to all these. So if I just go run some speed modules through here. Is that going to be fast enough? 3 crafting speed to half a crafting speed. Well, there's no power on any of this, so let's get some power so we have an idea of if this will really work. You guys have no power. And technically this is probably not the right way to do this. That goes halfway across. How far does that go? That goes far enough, I think. It's hard to tell with these power poles in there. What we need to do is get the beacon, and we don't get the beacon in the middle. So never mind on that. Let's add more power over here. All right. Come on, I can't go because my character was in the way. Okay, that's good. Nobody's crying without power. Technically, I probably didn't need these big guys since they only cover one row. And they do make me have to split things out a little bit. So if you just run along with left mouse down, it will correctly space all those. And we didn't quite get them all. So this one was placed correctly, yep. Okay, so then of course we'll have roboports in the middle just to try to get this to stop blinking on us. Way. I should stop that blinking. Now the reason these have blue is because there's, whoops, they're still waiting on modules. Guess I don't need all those speed modules. Let's do that. There's one of these, I just made it a 2. Where's it? There it is. Alright, so now we can compare this. Crafting speed 5.6, crafting speed 8. So it's still not going to be fast enough. It's really incredible. Because each speed module is 10%, no, 50%. So this should be 150% at least. It should really be like 200% faster. 355. Yeah, okay, it's 195% faster. I think it should be more than that. That's just my opinion. So it's 200%. We'll have to see when we get it going how much we can convert. This sulfur takes water and petroleum, so we don't need any requester chests. So we can pull up those requester chests. And I would like to just grab the inserters, but I can't, because otherwise we're grabbing the outgoing ones. So sulfur just simply takes water and petroleum. But we can make this stack inserter, but it's just so we don't by accident take something wrong. Because literally I could do this, you know, except for I don't want to take those over there, but I could do this and I wouldn't take anything but these guys. Except for I'm taking the wrong ones. I take the ones without chests, not the ones with chests. You know what? Let's just take them. And then we will place them down where we need them. Okay. And then these guys aren't going to have provider chests. So we will do provider chests because this just makes liquid. We're not supplying, nothing's coming out of this. And then we are just taking the sulfur from the other guys and making sulfuric acid. Okay. Assuming everything's good there. What do we normally use? 28, so 14. We have more on the train. That's 10, 12, 14, 28, 6, 7, 14. Okay. All right. Now the question is, do we build this track right? That looks good. Okay. Then we're going to want for another petroleum train. Something like so. Sulfuric acid. We do need iron, right? Oh, you know what? Yeah. Sulfuric acid, iron. So if we do shift right click on that and then paste that down. And something I kind of just realized is maybe we could have done one of these over here. Because since we got rid of, yes. Will this hit a... It could. I'm excited. Alright, so let's clear that. Remove poles. Power poles. Let's just grab all those power poles out of there. And then guys. And shift right click there to clear the poles part. Alright. This is where the last one was. Should be fine. Groovy. Groovy. I don't like regular power poles. Substations are so much more efficient if you can use them. Alright, probably if we stick one in the middle, we'll be able to communicate. Alright. Alright, so we're going to need an iron train and a sulfuric acid train. We have plenty of stations that only do two things. So if we just grab a guy that looks like this. We don't want the row reports though. Okay. definitely got to make sure that it's sort of middle. If we have to move the end track a little bit, no big deal. It looks middle. Can it go over one space? No. And if I rotate it, no big, oh, can't do it. No, can't do it like that. Because we're going to have to take all this liquid, put it into tanks, and then load it onto trains. So let's go with my petroleum outpost sort of build. This would be ideal, but like I said, we're going to need an iron train in there. How much? We only need sulfuric acid. We need 1 iron plate per tick. Literally 1 iron plate a second. So that's, you know, that's huge. I mean, would it make sense to have 2 trains? We don't have to go the exact route. Like, we could put this like there or this way. Not quite. We're gonna have to see. Right, we're just gonna have to eyeball this, but we definitely need room for tanks and so forth. So let's just experiment. Put that down. This is going to be not there. This is not requester chests. Yes, we do need train fuel though. Now, we're going to be doing this on both sides. Do we do 2 sulfuric acid, you know, trains, like this loads up on one side and this loads up a different one? It's a thought, and then 1 iron train supplies both. Or we... So initially we would probably do... Let's put down a train actually. And I gotta put all my tanks on my train. Tank cars. Grab one of those stacks. Okay, so kind of what I like to do something like this. Problem is there's not enough space without putting a pipe, and I like to do direct insertion from tanks. So we're going to need at least 1 space. And we can do something like that. So this track has got to come back a space. Let's do the tanks first. So if we do, that's not pretty. close are those guys? Exactly where they... Yep. Because I wanted to be able to do a pump like so. And at very least something like so. And then this isn't working, I don't think. Maybe. It'd have to be something like so. Oh shoot. Well, I got plenty of train stations. I don't need to do it like that. I'm out of pipe. I am. You never have enough pipe. And I know I didn't bring enough now. Not for two sides of this stuff. So, sulfuric acid. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I have to output the sulfuric acid. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Was not thinking on that part. All right. I have an idea. May not be able to use those guys though. Okay, let's do something like so. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to use the power substations. All right, looks like we sort of quite. We definitely salvage that. I mean, it needs power. Shoot, because now I gotta back everything up. So, because now we do need power poles in here. Let's grab all this. And I can't, well, I can start grabbing stuff, but can't pull up a train with bots. Track always makes it difficult to place stuff. Now I need 2 spaces between everything. You know, I could do substations. Something like this. We're going to get all this. But it won't get these guys. They will still require something. So I still have to put 2 gaps. I can't do it 1. It's unfortunate. These will not get the beacons. We're still going to be able to use substations, or we can use substations. We're just not going to be able to put this any closer than that to the beacons. So, oops. I had 1 substation in the middle here, which I no longer need. Alright. So, we have this. We basically need half of it going in there. So we're basically going to be something like this in that. Just a straight pipe. And this. And what we will wire this up so that they load evenly. Likewise, this. Let's just snag that. Probably not going to need any of these circuits to start with. Okay. This was really for like petroleum or something going across this way. We don't need you. Let's just pull that up since we don't need it. We do need. Alright. This one's petroleum though. So we're going to want something like so. And 3 tanks. Let's do that one. And the same thing down here. So probably want some more room. We have to have so much room. Petroleum's the back one. It's in that range. I wonder if we could have done that down here. This guy, no, not really. All right. Okay. And basically, I'm not saying this is exactly how it's going to connect, but something like that. And then we need a provider train. Really could be any of these guys. Rather one that's a little prettier though, so let's grab one from our copper mine or something. Iron mine. So, is it pretty? Not really. It's huge. It's for sure. Just having some thoughts that may not be what we want, but we will. Let's just go up to the robo ports. that on there. Pop some trees. Now you might think we want to do it just RoboPort to RoboPort. I really want to try to get the tanks kind of roughly. And it might be that those do line up. Alright, so they do. In this case, it's actually kind of unusual. So when these are even, okay, we need still some space because we have to, you know, set up pumps on the side. So let's actually if that one's like that on both sides, which it is, let's set these a little closer. This. Right. Basically something like that, but we will need to segregate that by, and maybe kind of do it like here. Actually, pumps. And like so. Standing. I don't want to be standing where all those pipes are going to go down. Switch armor. Alright, we certainly went overkill on chem plants. But it's okay. And we certainly didn't bring enough undergrounds. And I tried to bring extra. Alright, so don't need those. inserters we do. Are we on power balls? We're good on power balls. Track, we're still pretty good on. Signals, might need another stack of blues. Kind of shocked I don't have enough chess. I just didn't plan chess, I guess. I mean, we have to go back anyways. Yeah. Okay, we got all the inserters we need, mostly. Switchback armor. Train station, or train fuel station, and then my outpost. So let's call this SA station, and I don't want to call that anything yet. Let's get some of that. I don't need a provider chest to do that. I might be able to handcraft some though. As long as these guys don't snag them from me. I have all they want now. Wire. Okay, and then rename it to train fuel. Unmod. And unfortunately, you can't do it any less than that, but at least it's not out on the main track. Okay. Signals on this. There. Probably don't need a ton on this. It's probably really only going to be one train going into that. Actually, not just one. It'll be a petroleum train as well. So, guess we'll add a few more. And this comes out a little bit. Like so. station blueprint. Do that, which is good. I really can bring this in much sooner. Something like so. Right, we need to do train fuel train again, or not train fuel, but liquid train. This one is for petroleum. Might as well build what we can while we're here before we have to go back for supplies. And then pumps. Okay. Well, we don't have any underground, so we can only do so much. Right, same thing there. Yeah, put that a little too close. We have room, I think. Perfect. So all right. Okay. Let's grab some fuel. Though I have a fuel train incoming, but it won't be here for some time. Alright, so this will be SAPG unload. Where is that little tiny train? Is it anywhere near? Not yet. I do not want my train getting blown up. Probably should have stuck some more signals on that, but here it comes. It's a PG unload. So go. So I think I can just copy this guy. Do pivot. Cha-ching. All right. in. Why didn't you unload? Because you don't have any inserters. So that train literally is gonna. Let's send you to unload. Alright, so we ought to be able to stick some signals in here. Yeah. Get the train. Next train. Come. Now I can't set one there because then that'll make that one green and then a train would come and park right there. So we'll just have to leave that. This is going to be something like so. Rail, whoops. Rotate that to be there. And regular signal there, or chain signal, anyways. Alright, our train fuel is back. Neat thing about everything being on the other side here, whoops. It can't be the right spot, can it? No, I don't think so. It's got to be right though. It seems like those are in the wrong spot. Yeah, we can easily find out. This looks good. Intersection. And that's it. I don't know why, but when I went to set these down, I was showing the wrong place. But it's all good. See, now that's green. We don't want that. Gotta keep that red so the train didn't pull in. And then block track. Can't do that there though. Alright, let's grab some fuel. Good. All right. Let's add. Actually, let's see what this station's called. I think it's PG2. Yeah. Okay. Let's add PG2. Inventory full. This one we need to get rid of the circuit. Do inventory empty. And then, of course, my train's leaving. So I need to copy it before it gets too far. And set up another train here. Hey Gold, thanks for the host. I don't see you in chat, but thank you anyways. So, submit. Looks good there. Put some petroleum. And then create one more of those. Paste. Which fuels left here? Only 2, 5, 8. Okay. So for those that are just joining, we are creating a sulfuric acid outpost. Hey. All right. Oops, not quite enough. There we go. Put that out on the radar. Oh, this isn't going to work really all that great until we go back and get some more underground pipes, because we need to pipe in some water. But I think I've got everything else set up other than connecting these, because I need the underground pipes here and water. Everything else seems good to go. Don't get run over by a train. Let's grab some of my basic stuff back so the bots don't give it to me when we get back. But I don't think we need anything else. So I did create this. It's called SA Station, so let's add that to our list. SA Station. Circuit condition. So those that are just joining, creating a sulfuric acid station. Main reason for that is last episode we created a battery station, but the sulfuric acid off basically my first refinery just couldn't keep up. So even though it's now back to full, it just couldn't. I mean, the sulfuric acid needed for the batteries was just this huge amount. So we're doing the sulfuric acid this episode. And while this is going back to base, I'm going to take a quick AFK. Alright, we're back. Got excess stuff from that Outpost build. Need to unload some trains. Let's remove those cars. So I set this to automatically. These are just active provider chests. Move up. So down there we need, blueprints are showing we need 140 underground pipes and chests. So we're going to need the inserters probably for those chests. We're going to also need more, actually no, I don't think we'll need those. We will need an iron train, probably 2, for supplying the sulfuric acid, maybe even 3. I mean, sulfuric acid is like 1 iron per second used per plant. So I will grab enough for, there's enough for 3 trains. We might repurpose something else. I think I have extra iron trains at the gears and pipe facility. We might be able to just repurpose 1 or both of those. Just doesn't use a lot right there. I don't know, or we just add them. I mean, it's not. It doesn't. I don't think it hurts to have trains just sitting there full of stuff and. Let's see what else we need. So, chests. Where are my chests? There. So, let's take 150 each. I didn't take enough last round. So that should be. Oh, and I need pipe. Don't leave without the pipe. 200. It's probably not going to be enough because we also got to pipe in water, so we're going to need at least 2 pumps. Let's take 200 those babies. Anything we can dump in here. I don't need gears. I don't need batteries. Take a half stack of stations. So sulfuric acid station. Be a little faster with just engines. So Gold, thanks for the host. Appreciate it. we're working towards increasing science. Like, I finally caught up with green chips, red chips, blue chips. Earlier this episode, I mentioned I had about 1 million blue chips sitting here, about 1.2 million red chips, and over 2 million green chips sitting here. Plus, we got a whole nother green chip build down here, which has, it's not terribly well supplied, but at the same time, it's almost got 500,000 per one of these outposts, so another 2 million. So we're sitting at over 4 million green chips. That's fantastic. We rebuilt our iron facilities in both the south and the north, and they're doing quite well now. 300,000 average times 8, another 2.4 million. And this one is sitting at another 300,000 average times 8, so another 2.4 million iron. Before that, we did copper. These are sitting at 300,000 times 6, and then this is our kind of old original design for copper, but it's also sitting at 300,000 times 5. So we filled up, we got caught up on everything, and it's so nice for that. But now it's time to push research, and to do that, we got all the other sciences outposts except for space science. So I built a space science facility, and there's just so many aspects that go into this. And then this is actually kind of a small version of it. I'll probably add more. I don't have any on me, so I can't show it, but out to the side, and then a whole nother more over on this side. We built a rocket station outpost recently, or a rocket fuel outpost over here. A couple episodes ago, something like that. Anyways, we are here. Let's go finish this guy up. Hopefully not get run over because I'm not zoomed out. Okay, let's pull some trees, connect some pipe. Alright, these pumps are backwards. Oops. Connect you. So that petroleum's moving. Weird how you don't have power. Fix that in a moment. Guessing these are in the wrong order or direction. Okay, those are good. Need a robo port to connect these. Requester chest for the train fuel for the petroleum trains. You probably need one over here. Okay. You don't have power. Connect that. Fix power here. Run and just drag, and it will automatically power everything up with the most efficient spacing on those. So we need our new iron trains. This is going to be sulfuric acid. Iron unload. In fact, though, while I'm thinking of it, I'm misnamed or typoed on these battery train outposts. Stop it. Hit escape or something. I spelled copper with 3 P's. Here it is. I noticed in my video last night when I was looking it over. Let's fix that. Okay. And then it's going to have to be, oh shoot, we're going to have to rename everything. SA2 load. It's going to have to be SA2. We have the original SA from our main output base. SA2. Copy that one. Paste it over here. This train should be updated. Okay. And this should have a train now coming back. Good. Okay, so we do need to fix the routing on these trains, though. We don't want those trains kind of zigzagging all the way through here, because that's really what they're going to do. They're literally coming from here all the way up to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use my waypoints, and we're going to send the trains all the way across to this waypoint, and then over to could come up this one. It's rather, I mean, it could. W24E. So let's grab. Where are we at? That's space lines. Where am I standing? All right. We literally have no trains here, so we're going to have to just grab one. See, like this train here is literally going up right here. It's like right through the middle of the base. All sorts of congestion it doesn't need to deal with. It literally can just kind of come across the bottom. So obviously we can't fix it now. What we can do though is the next time after it unloads, it goes to SW21E. SW21E. You set the time passed at 0. Right. I do know that one. It's so hard to log off this game. You're quite welcome. See you around. You should. All right, so he's like way up here. Actually right there. Which is, you know, he still needs to weave his way up. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him after this spot, come up, make a left, and then come over to W2 4E. W2 4E, time passed 0. We don't want him to stop at a waypoint, but we don't have a choice. So make them only stop for 0 seconds. So they stop and they move. Right. And then he'll come up here and across in. But once he's loaded up, let's send him down. Oh, I do have a waypoint here. Well, let's just have him reverse course. Let's come out and then down, and then down again. So add W2 4E. Time passed 0. And then SW2. SW21E. Time passed 0. So it's a funky system, but it's going to keep them literally. I mean, as we watch him now, he's now going to W2 4E. So instead of coming all the way across the base, like into the middle of the base like he did last time, he's going to make a right turn right here. And then this is him here. He's going to come straight down, all the way down to this intersection, and then make a left. Now, is it 100% perfect? No. If there was a big bottleneck here, he would actually come around and up and then around, and I mean it's you can't prevent the trains from doing things like that, but you can assist them, and so that's why I use waypoints. So he is one more intersection. Where's he at? Kind of lost track of him on the main map. Oh, that's right. He's still over here. Yeah, okay, so he's making his left turn here. Then he stops for a split second, and then he moves on. He's going to come over here and make a right. Someday we'll get this track. You know, we'll build out this section here, and then literally he could have just come straight south, and then make one left and go this way. And that could be something we do soon to help these trains nowadays. So he makes a right, and then he's going to come down here, make a left, stop here, and then head to our station. And while he's stopped here, I'm going to shift copy him. Oops. Wrong intersection. Stop here, we'll copy and paste them. Or copy and then paste them to the other two petroleum gas trains. So shift right click, and then if there's any here, which there are, set that. So that one's loading, and we'll set that one. So now all three of them take that same route, and we're good. Now, what else did we do? Oh, okay, well, we need water and we need iron, so I'm going to set at least one iron train down here. So, SA 2. Oops, not 12. 2, but we can just leave it as a iron unload, inventory empty, and then we will go to iron load south, inventory full, and we'll send him to keep him open. Let's kind of eyeball which direction he's going to take. He might be better off coming over to S13E. S13E. Time passed. 0. You can see he turned up, and that's not ideal, because that means he's gonna come up here, whichever direction he took in front of the copper, and make a hard left, probably, when he could have just come straight across and made a right. Hard left on these circles is a little more traffic enduring than just a right turn. And then when they come out, he's probably going to come down somewhere over here. Probably be better if he came out this way and then made a right turn. We really need another SE1. We need this west one for him. So we'll do that. But let's get those water pumps in. And we need to set circuits up. Not quite yet, but... Alright, so water... just going to wire pipe, not wire, but pipe. Two of those together on each side. You know what? We could kind of go straight north. Let's see. Kind of could go. I might kind of interfere with the stacker at some point, so let's just do it from right here. It's kind of ugly. Let's do this differently. This one, I should have taken it up one more. Gold, I thought you were going to sleep. Or you just didn't channel. Oops. That'll look better. There we go. Handcrafted a couple of pumps already. All right, so if irons are turned, then we should be in business. Says we have water, but literally we didn't quite bring it. Enough? Yes. Might not literally have enough water. Might need to pipe in another set. How's this side doing? I think we got the same problem here, except for we put these in the wrong spot. Underground, so we have. Could bring some water from over here and connect in. It's literally not enough water. Even though it's saying we have water in this pipe. has water, just not a lot of water. Let's not do it that way. No, can't drag it. Much as you'd like to be able to. You know, I might be able to just connect in like right here. But I don't really want to go across those ores, so we'll just take a decent distance. Well, let's come from the bottom. We need a couple more pumps. Sweep out some woods. Fill in this little spot. And move that over a job. Should be coming up on the other connection. Really want to be technical about all this. Set some pumps in here so we make sure the water's only going one direction. And likewise on the other side. Shouldn't make any difference, but Well, seems pretty weak on water the whole way through. Petroleum's not that hot on pressure either. Petroleum on that side. All petroleum trains are gone. Might need a couple more. But that's everything. Iron train. Got 37,000. Maybe that one iron train's enough. Have plenty of sulfur, actually, kind of. As long as we get the petroleum. It's our iron train. It's kind of hoping for petroleum. I do want to work on that iron routing. I mean, it's obviously not a horrible deal. It's just that train's coming across and probably going zigzag, zigzag. So let's go to SE11 South. Sulfuric acid 2. Here comes petroleum. So okay. Now grab our iron train. And after he loads up, we send him to this, where are we? Here. SE11W. It's kind of headed that way anyways. We're going to just make sure he goes there first. So it's pretty sure it's that guy. Yep. So he just comes in, stops briefly, and then we'll make a right turn and go south. Yeah, that works. Make some right turns. Doing this side's not connected, so we definitely went left too early. And that station needs to be called SA2 station. Forgot to connect the sulfuric acid from this side to these tanks. And then we didn't connect the circuits either. See how my train routed, you know, zigzag, zigzag. That's exactly how everything routes, unless you tell it differently. So we definitely need more petroleum trains even though we're not picking up any petroleum yet, sulfuric acid, which we can actually send our... Let's do that. SA2 load. We can send our batteries trains. How many other are there? Just 2. So deleting that, and we're adding SA2 load. Battery full. And delete. Oops. I must have done it to this guy. Now, that's really between here and here. They should use this track. Irrespective. I mean, this train was going to my main base refinery by accident. Where are you going? Oh, darn it. This has got to enable disable on the station when a train's sitting there. And this one might as well. I mean, it's only one train, so it's not a big deal for the iron. But so you've got, oh, darn it. Right. We're gonna have to shift these and stuff. because these pumps actually, you have to shift it. You can only have one pump per one of these barrel things. So what I'm doing. No. Oops. That's the one I meant to take off. Almost can do this. And if it'll fit. No. Because it connects to that tank there, and I don't want to do that. Not ideal. One of these is going to have to use a pipe, so let's just do the pipe there. Don't need those. No, since having a circuit where one's not needed. See, some reason this got the wrong idea because of this. crap. Crap, move, move. Oh, how's the iron train coming in? Alright. Because I removed the coordination on that, there's one extra out in front. That was circuit controlled, and without the circuit it was green. Alright. Alright, now we need these circuits. So each plus 0 output, we'll call that A. Same for that one, but we'll change it to B. And then, oops. So if A is less than B, we'll just say less than equal B. This one will be if B is less than equal A. So we'll make sure that, you know, even though this is max full, it would anyways be sending everything to this one, but it will do that. This isn't connected, so let's do that first. And we shall do the same thing here. Red into the in, out to the power. Connect those to the in, and out to the power, into the pumps. A is less than B, or B is less than A. So as we can see, B is filling up and A is staying steady. And we do the same thing on these. We could actually go, well, let's go to that power and then to pumps. Let's do these all the same looking. So this is A, Oh, this is B less than A? Right. Yeah. If B is less than A, go this way. Okay. Now this is should be A. Nope. A is less than B. And if B is less than A. Yeah, I'm going to wire these all up all together with the green wire. I'm going to just total that. Really normally do that with the red wire, but I just want to have an idea of how much I have on hand. Not controlling anything with it, just looking. Now, eventually, if I connected it all together, I'd want to do something like that. And I probably should change these other red ones to green ones. Because I normally do quantity on red. We're good. I wish these, it's a petroleum train leaving. I think I need at least one more petroleum train in this thing. So that would be 2 plus battery train 3. We don't have any extra iron trains in here yet. We have 100,000 iron on hand. So for the moment, I think we're good. So that was quite a setup. It probably took about 2 hours, but it's rather beautiful. You know, it's loading up fast. And so far it's hovering around 300K. Probably do a little better. Well, I got full petroleum tank there, empty petroleum tank there, empty there, empty there. 2 fulls. This has 0 water. Why is the water so dim? Full petroleum, 0 water. I might have to do some thinking about how much these things consume water. Sulfuric acid takes 100 water per second. It probably makes a difference with the productivity modules. Modify that. And sulfur takes 30 water per second. To make the 5 needed for sulfuric acid, it's really using 60, 75. So we're really using 175 water per second approximately. And how much water does a pump supply? 1200. So we're not even able to support 10 with one pump. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 10. Or no, 10 would be total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So roughly 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right at that power station. Per side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just, easy way to count is just to drag blueprint. 27. So 2 pumps. No, 175. 1200. Calculator, but I'm not able to type on it. 1200. Why can't I type? Let me just use my mouse. 1200 divided by 175. 16. What? Is that right? It can't be right. Because you just add a 0 on 175. It's 1750. 12. Divided by 175. Yeah, 6.8. So just under 7. We really need a whole lot more water. Why can't I move the map? So I guess the calculator's still focused. I mean, this is doing okay with the water we're providing. Still 300K. Keeping batteries happy. Probably ought to have another sulfuric acid train for this. We're not using the batteries yet, so batteries is just sort of stockpiling. So where we have the circuits for that. We really only have like 64K. Not a lot. I might have to take a look at this. Because these each stacked at 200. Each chest would hold 4,800. No, 9,600 potentially. So we're either got a long way to go, 32K in the chest, plus 17K, 20K now, 21K. Should be 50 something total, and it's only showing 32. See, this is this one. Oh, is not connected to a robo port is the reason why it's not getting the value. Is the reason why that's off. All right. We don't need all these extra things now. I think we do need another sulfuric acid train and another PG train. Why it does that. So SA2, just do the SA. That way I can do SA2 load inventory full and BTSA unload inventory empty. And then we're going to need to, oops. Did I? Yeah, okay, good. Just go to PG2 straight. And then do all the weaving back. All right. Let's go back to some regular topics. Copper mining. Mining is mostly out here. I think there's only one train here now. How's copper mining doing here? This one's still cranking. 95%. How many trains go there? 3? Train's not going there. I wonder if I should send a 4th. Sending 4 to a belt-based station is sketchy. Right? It's almost full. Nice to see this almost finishing up. I can straighten this track here. Well, I think we're going to have to look at that on another episode. I don't really feel like doing that right now. Building another mining station. I suppose I could see what was the latest copper ore. Maybe it's got room. It'd have to be a north one, so 68. Northwest 14S. Northwest 1 4. Yeah, it was this right here. I think we already got 2 trains coming there. This doesn't have an exit going this way. Have to come and do a zig. Not horrible, it's not a big. Yeah, let's send it here, 58. That station, though, doesn't have a stacker of any kind. And a time pass to that. And for the meantime, that will give it something to do. That's 24 million patch, because he added a 0 on the end of that. It's kind of crazy. And that's 4 million, and that's 9 million. So sending 4 trains here is not horrible. Taking this huge patch and mining it, or turning it directly into plate. Yeah, we'll have to look around. We have basically no trains here. Biggest question will be iron, but right now we're plenty of iron, 140,000 iron. That 1 iron train's sufficient. Currently water's backed up, so that's not an issue. It's the fact that we have no petroleum. We just added, 4 new petroleum trains, so let's take a look at the petroleum outpost. Average 350,000, so that's quite good. We got 1 million in petroleum gas. That's quite good. Might make sense to set up petroleum gas down here, but that's work I don't want to do, really. That would be probably going after a big crude, something like that. But until we sort of hard tap this crude here, which I don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of trains coming here now. 9. Still kind of keeping up. All right, well, it's been fun hosting y'all. Next episode, we're going to have to do probably an accumulators outpost and or a radar outpost. I mentioned before, radars aren't that complicated. Probably don't need to do that, but accumulators are. Actually, no, not accumulators, but the satellites we're going to use with accumulators are. So, just be easier to kind of have them already assembled and just be able to bring a trainload of them in. So, we'll probably do that. But the reason we're doing batteries is so we can do the accumulators that we need for satellites. Because we need 100 accumulators each. So that's quite a few accumulators to do it by the train load for satellites. And we have everything else as outposts currently. We did rocket fuel semi-recently, and the other one's quite a while ago. I did solar panels, for satellites, because my solar panel build wasn't kind of keeping up. And that was kind of because we started doing advanced solar panels with the advanced solar mod. Elite, or solar panels into advanced solar panels into elite solar panels. These are 25% or 25 times more efficient than the regular generic solar panels. Sometime I'll talk about that again when I go to expand out this some more. I've also thought about sort of kind of ripping this apart and then just kind of doing these squares wherever. Like, I mean, I got a lot of open space that, I'll probably never build into with a real outpost that could take some solar panels. And then this is a huge spot that could easily have some nice outposts. This is a big spot. Could easily take some, large size outposts where, all this wasted territory could easily be solar panels. So that's something else I'll be looking at in the relative near future. Not a big hurry at the moment, but once we do break out the next science, we're going to need a place for that. It's kind of thinking in here because it would be in the middle of most of our science outposts, and it's a good central location for that. Well, until next time, I'm Dune, and this has been another episode of Assassin's Creed. Factorio Megabase. I keep saying the other things. I don't know why. Anyways, take care. We shall catch you later. I am checking out.